After almost 1,000 years, no traces of the bloody conflict can be seen. But here, the fate of England turned. It's where a king was killed, and his victor claimed the throne. October 14th, 1066. We know what happened here on this day, thanks to this. The Bayeux Tapestry. A carefully preserved, illustrated record of events. It shows the main players. Harold, the newly crowned Anglo-Saxon King of England, and his challenger, William, Duke of Normandy. William claimed the previous king had promised him the crown. So, he assembled an army and prepared to sail to England to fight King Harold for the throne. But a storm thwarted his plans. Meanwhile, Harold discovered that a Viking invasion had landed in the north. Another threat to his crown. So he raced to fight them. In France, William waited for the right conditions to sail across the Channel to England. The weather cleared. He seized his chance. "250 miles north, Harold had defeated the Vikings. Now, hearing of William's arrival, his army sped south. At 9 o'clock in the morning, on this hill, William's Norman army were ready to do battle with Harold's Anglo-Saxon men. The stage was set, and up for grabs, England itself. On October 14th, 1066, William of Normandy stood ready for battle at the base of a hill. The high ground belonged to King Harold of England and his Anglo-Saxon army. Here, on this hilltop, the fate of England would be decided.
Attendez les commandements. Asseyez vos armes.
William's Norman army made the first charge. launching a direct assault on the shield wall. Though William's army fought fiercely against the shield wall, it would not yield. As one man fell, another took his place. Overlapping shields in tight formation made for a near impenetrable barrier. Realizing his army could not break the shield wall, William called for a retreat. He aimed to lure the Anglo-Saxons into a false sense of victory, causing them to break formation. William's feigned retreat was working. The Anglo-Saxon army broke their shield wall formation, leaving gaps for William to make a move. With Harold's men no longer in shield wall formation, William could pick them off as they charged. The Anglo-Saxons had deployed rows of spearmen to push back the invaders. But William had an answer. His sharp-eyed archers. Anglo-Saxon archers joined the fray, and the Normans' deadly cavalry ready to charge. But first, William's forces had to eliminate the enemy spearmen, whose sturdy polearms could easily bring down a horse. Additional Norman archers joined the battle. With the threat of spearmen cleared from the field, William's cavalry was free to charge at the Anglo-Saxon archers. More Norman men-at-arms reinforced William's army. The Anglo-Saxon army was in disarray. Their shield wall had been neutralized, and their numbers were dwindling. Now the only thing standing between William and victory was King Harold himself. last of Harold's men encircled their king, prepared to lay down their lives to save his.
Let's do some...
Make them stop in la way!
The Anglo-Saxon King Harold had fallen. In the confusion, some loyal soldiers fought to the death, while others scattered in panic. Leaderless and defeated, the last of the Anglo-Saxon army fled for their lives. The Normans celebrated victory over the English king, but William's quest to rule England was just beginning. At the Battle of Hastings, the death of one man changed the course of history. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold was killed here, on England's south coast. His army defeated by William of Normandy. Anglo-Saxon rule was over forever. At Westminster Abbey on Christmas Day 1066, William was crowned the first Norman King of England. Now he had to secure power across the country. He began by stamping his mark on the landscape, building cathedrals and castles at strategic locations. Nothing like them had been seen in England before. They reminded the Anglo-Saxon population exactly who was in charge. But not all were content with living under Norman rule. Anglo-Saxon revolts broke out across the country. King William acted quickly to crush these rebellions. But there was one region where dissent was spiraling out of control: the north of England. In 1069, a group of lords from Northumbria formed an alliance with Viking invaders. Together, they approached Norman-held York, a large city with an important cathedral, still protected by ancient Roman walls. But the walls couldn't save York. The city and the castle fell to the rebels. William's new kingdom was under threat. He had to get the city back under Norman control. William had no choice but to order his men north. But as the Norman forces set off on their long march towards York, how much resistance from the rebels would they encounter? William the Conqueror marched north, with his army of Normans determined to take back the rebel-held city of York. But in his path stood rebel towns that harbored William's northern enemies. He would take the towns back by force.
Accesmets vos, compagnon. Retrayetz vos amwei. Apertisez vostre courage, compagnon. Je suis votre serveuse. Avant, compagnon. Accesmets vos, nos allons. Si comme vos voldreus. Quand je commande, avant. Je suis votre serveuse.
Si la Valarios Spitamos. Bon stress l'enquête. Mauvais serviette. Raté, Artienne. Seguita. Parade. Ite. Descuro Kiti. Odio.
Restusin continent.
Quiete, cabal.
Accesmets vos amweis. Avant!
Cavalarios Parade. Cito. Inavon.
The Normans captured the town of Middlethorpe, establishing their presence in the north. With reinforcements to his armies soon arriving, William would need more resources to supply them.
Ascolto.
Me?
Lavoro.
Sì. Esti affecta. Vado. Edifico.
Che... Sì, laborans.
Ah, finito. What? Bene.
Me? Vado. Sì. Capio. Spero. Capians.
Ascolto. Ma sono... Quod? Frux. Spero. Capians.
Ubi vado. Ma sono.
Me? Coligo. Che?
Finit.
Ma sono... Fake. Fake.
En sala. Cavallo. Sì.
Spero. Alla materia.
Sì. Adama ubi vado? Secco.
Quod? Materia.
Arat. Kerte. Vado. Si. Vado. Escolto. Escolto. Kerte. Escolto. Vado.
Me? Vacas.
Ubi vado?
Exploro. Si. Bene. Si. Si. Escolto. Chiette. Bene. Cavallo. Vado. Bene. Escolto. Vado. Cavallo. Sì. Escolto.
Me? Edifico. Escolto.
Mandes. Escolto.
Escolto. Movo. Capio.
Esploro. Escolto. Bene. Sì. Vado. Vado. Escolto. Chiette.
Sì. Che? Me?
Honor est d'obéir.
Ubi vado? Quod? Edifico. Sì. Laburo. Che? Movens.
Laburo. Spero. Ambulo. Laburo. Sì.
Edifico. Che? Masono.
Parat.
The Norman army was now well supplied by a town, but it would take a sustained effort to keep the army at full strength.
Quad.
Ensala. Vado. Cavallo. Si.
Another rebel town, Fulford, stood in defiance to William's rule.
Escolto. Cavallo. Comprendo. Commandes. Oye, oye. Cum grand course.
Labour Spérance. Retourno comme materia. Parats pour labourar. Vado labourar.
Bien sabes quoque nos sanctifes vos commandements.
Caval parat. Perfecte. Ambulo. Si voleis. Cavallo ici. Esfect. Si. Les mains sont ici!
Vescara formata. In avant, cavalarios. Aveillez match. Si fais vos commandements.
Cursor obéant. Cavallo ici. Perfecte. Kedmandes. Ambulo. Perfecte. Si voleis. Oye, oye. Comprendo. Commandes. Esfect. Cum grand course.
Mandesqued. Monacial pour la 6 hommes. Secco. Parat pour venir. Io ma sono la cose.
Udite. Bene.
Wait, me? Cos'è sera massonata?
Parates, servientes.
Caval parat. Commandes.
The Normans discovered an enemy outpost on the water. It belonged to an ally of the northern rebels. the Danes.
Si volé.
The Danish king Svein II had sent his army to harass William's forces and prevent him from taking back the north. William had a choice: bypass the encampment or destroy it.
Fouet de labour.
Préparate, Arkiers.
Entendo.
Page! Page, Mectons en la vouée.
Parats pour laboura. Cos'è sarà massonata?
Attention!
Si sommes. Mi plecta. Fouet de labour. Un os la carna.
Place! Peci Gronietz vos armes! Odite servientes! In avant! In avant, servientes! Bene odite!
Hommes, préparate. Allons-y. Langue sopre oxa.
Odite! Quitte!
Odite.
Attention! Quitte! Odite, servientes! Obeio!
Labour spérante. Parat pour venir. Io maçonno la côte.
Labour Spérance.
L'heure est grande, je commande avant. Bene odite! In avant! Adens pour battaglia! Attention! Unité! Scarra pour bête! Sito!
Moment ici, Arkiers. Arkiers, in avant.
Paras! Assulte totos! Assulte! À la gauche! Cavalarios in avant, servientes! En command course!
Arcopat.
Diete cavals! Destruo! Obeio! Scara formata! Occident! Si! In avant! Quid Mondes. Perfecte. Bene. Aude Vades. Cavallarios Parat.
In destroying the Dane outpost, William stripped the rebels of a crucial ally.
Odite, servientes. Parat. Sito.
Pariez et prépariez, Languerre.
Parats pour Labourard. Quai de Labour. Quito. Vado Labourard.
Bien sabets quoque nos advient. Bates! Bates, coye! Un pied ci, un pied là. Nos troverons qui meurtrir! Audite! Odio! Adens par batailla! En common cause! Audite, servientes! Giste! Attention! Si! Odio! In avant! Audite! Vito! Capiete, cavallo! Obeio!
Pariez, prépariez. Bene. Preparate, arquier. In avant, arquier. Parate, vale, arquier. Oh, si, Bobo. Abate. Parat. Bene, bene. Oye.
Grazie! Metz Boston! En avoué!
Six hommes.
With the Fulford rebels eliminated, William was one step closer to York. Knowing he would face strong resistance in the city, William prepared to bolster his cavalry.
Montesquieu.
Toutes audite!
Parade pour venir.
With their stables in place, the Normans could add more cavalry to their army.
Quid me?
Comme il trenca.
Quid me. Comme mitraille.
Mondesqued?
Si, cavo.
Parade pour Labourard. Causez sur Amazon. Montesquieu. Parade pour venir. Vado Labourard. Quai de Labour. Causez sur Amazona. Io ma sono la cose. Vado laburar.
Quiete, cavals. A calche, cavalario. Sì. Odio. Bene, odite. In avanti.
Si sommes. Si, cavo. Labour Spérance. Vale ex...
Qued me? Vale.
Quid me? Si, car si sommes. Parat porvenir. Cose sera ma sonata. Mandesquet? Labour Hansen, Labour Spérance. Sur moine mans.
Labour Spérance.
Felice et beat.
Vado laburar. Si sommes.
Qued mandes. Bene. Odite, servientes. Odio. Odite, ite.
Buon labour.
Quid labour? Io ma sono la cose. Cose sera ma sonata. Quid me? Io ma sono...
Barats pour labourar. Cose sera massonata.
Parat pour labourar.
Mandesqued? Me plect. Io ma sono la parat pour venir. Retourno comme ma qued labour. Vado labourar.
Bene, odite. Sito.
Quid me? Quid labour? Parat pour venir. Parat pour labourar. Vado labourar. Io ma sono la cose.
Qued ordines. Cavaglio. Bene. Vado.
Cursor obéissance.
Mea Sultan!
William's ultimate goal was within his grasp.
Cavallo ici.
All that remained was to enter York and destroy its keep.
Oye, oye. Cum grande course. Comme Mendes.
Parate. In avanti, servientes. Bene, bene.
Audience.
Cavalario, para, a medio course. Si.
Ambulo.
Mea Sultan! Si, para. In sit, cavaglio!
Sí. Cavallo ici. Expect. Perfecte.
Si sommes. Labour Spérance. Mandesquid.
Qued me?
Inhérence. Vado Laboura.
Parats pour Labourard. Vado Labourard.
Parat Porvenir. Affect. Comprendo.
Quetabour. Benefet.
Bon Labour.
Compagnon. Gents d'armes. Nos de cuerpison. Attention. En commun course.
Parates, Servientes. Audience.
Qued me.
Hayen, Capana.
Odite, servientes. Gents down. Nos de cuerpison. Cavalarios para. Amen par batalla. Attention. In avant. Bene odite. In avant. Parats. Si. En sola. Cavallarios in avant.
The Norman army poured into York and began sacking the town as they bore down on the keep.
Parats. Odio. Assault.
Moment ici, Arquier. Nintendo.
Siete, caval. Amen par batalla. Odite.
Mandesquid.
Quiete, cavals! Bene. In avant, cavallarios! Odio. A calque, cavallarios! Scaraformata, Romeio! Quitte! In avant! Cavallarios, parat! Cito!
Preparate, Ambula! Parate, Arcomedio! Ambula! Preparate, Archer! In avant!
Compagnon! Somtemper, out!
Presente l'Ancher! Sagita in arco! Iligan! Audience!
Scaraformata! El comanco! Ed ordines, vado! Quiete, caval! Cavallarios, parat! Destruo Quito! Parat! Ite! Scaraformata! Quiete, caval! In avant!
Momentesi, in avant, Archer! Bene, bene! Che sei?
The keep fell to the Norman army, and York was secured. The Northern Rebellion was over, and William the Conqueror was uncontested as King of England. William the Conqueror had recaptured York from the rebels. Now he wanted to teach them a lesson for defying him. He began a brutal campaign of destruction to crush any further resistance, known as the Harrying of the North. Villages and crops were destroyed. It is said 100,000 people were killed. With ruthless efficiency, William the Conqueror had secured obedience in his new kingdom. But it wasn't to last. It would be thrown into chaos by his own children. When William the Conqueror died in 1087, his favorite son succeeded him, King William II, known as William Rufus. But 13 years into his reign, disaster struck. While out hunting, he was killed. William's youngest brother took his place as King Henry I. But there was a problem. At the time, Henry's elder brother, Robert, Duke of Normandy, had been on crusade. When he returned, he was furious that Henry had grabbed the throne. From Normandy, Robert attempted to invade England to claim the crown from his brother. But he failed and returned home. In retaliation, Henry struck back. In a reversal of 1066, he crossed the Channel and invaded Normandy, intent on undermining his brother Robert's rule. His first target was Bayeux. This rich and splendid city was one of the jewels of Normandy. Henry was to begin his campaign by unleashing his forces on the city. Bayeux was about to feel the wrath of the English army. In the brotherly feud over Normandy, King Henry I set out to make an example of Bayeux, a town still loyal to his brother Duke Robert. Henry's archers took up position on high ground outside the city and faced an immediate attack by Robert's cavalry patrol. Having deployed their palings, Henry's archers were well protected against the cavalry charge. They defeated the first patrol. As Henry set his sights on burning Bayeux, more reinforcements arrived to join his army.
Vous êtes au service.
Leoda, Hersa.
Alles with. Ut readeth nu, Tulkis. Få me åt away, Tender! Let us go! Airwater! Here! For quarte freckes, mit baldenes! At mina word,
Strelbora, Silte. Strelbora, Bede. Paragongat on way. Nina hit!
The English approached Bayeux and saw that its towering stone walls would not be breached by manpower alone. Henry would need siege equipment and a defensible location to construct it.
Gats! Abuga, Strelbora!
Canitas stand and certas! At mina word!
Under the Tierfan!
Ja! Ut readeth nu, Tulkas! Ich shall lay now! At mina word! For quarte freckes, mit baldenes!
Wes in Freckensod!
Ich shall lay the jou. Adita jara armes! Fortfalla! Ich nehme du hier! Alle Felices, ja! For quarte freckes, mit baldenes!
Sagan! Undestrelum!
Alle schwitten!
Jejemia! Strelbora on Gangan!
Hartes Gehänge!
Yes, sir! Look at jou weer die ready shall lay the jou.
Airwater!
Read it
Here!
through. What is it? On fire!
Ungefähr, Bealo!
Grites! In the shot!
Strelbora! Ik willa! On Stia! Strelbora! Strel Paragongat on way!
Henry now called for the services of a blacksmith to bolster the siege effort.
Yes, questo Hana. Facende chiaro to work. It's timber thing. What surface say?
Forward here. Donde that? It's will rida. Ridende ut. Foljende hesa.
And you worker. Up each you got. That's sole. Yes, sir. Questo Hana. Gadriende. What surface say? Got.
Yes, sir. West Duhala. Each will be it.
And you work, eh? Each your work?
And your worker. Each timbre feos.
Icheum Yeseli. Fair and on. Yes, sir. Where's the Hala? Each will pay it Delfende. Yaru to work. And you work it. Yes, eh? Questo hala. That's sole beo tempra. Each a will a hua voodoo. And you work it. What thirfeth, eh?
Yaru to work. That Shule Bayo Timbran.
There, what thirfeth, eh?
With a blacksmith on hand, Henry's infantry would soon be ready to construct siege equipment.
Each timber Theos. Yes, eh? Questo hala.
Mera John.
And you work, eh? That. Yes, eh? Questo hala.
Strelboren, yep. Ga, Strelboren! On Styria, Strelboren!
Henry's infantry could now construct battering rams, siege weapons designed to break open fortress walls.
Each a worker.
Abuga, Strelboren. Hesa! Timbren Shalbeo. Strelboren, Sithe. It shall be timbre this.
Find the Enusiar! You cometh forth, Wigan! Hester Agnawa!
We want her beyond us, not yet. Fully in the Hesum!
Rimmel, Garu!
Meet me!
We said Gerward!
You break it! Yeah!
The Enusiaru Yaru! Agnawa!
It's in the Skiltende!
Yeah!
Garu Ugaru! Varan!
Best Strelboren! Strelboren! On Styria, Strelboren!
On Sunday Strelo!
Strelboren! Gongat on way!
The Enusiaru Workende! What Hester, Donde Swaharden?
Bayer's walls had failed, and Henry's men could now storm the city. Robert's garrison made a last stand to defend Bayeux, but Henry would show no mercy in cutting them down and burning their city.
Wasted Yerwin, let us who's gone. What has that? The Enunciado Yaru on the way.
Buscala and Valentin Buscala.
Swat has wide Shetende.
Dina hit! The Enunciado Yaru.
Strel Boran. Yetrel Boran.
Garu! Astira Garwigan!
What has that on Welchendenu?
Huskala Hildifus.
Garwigan!
What has that? Ishar.
Strel Boran. Sithe. Strel Boran. Beret. Kotlicha. On Styria. Strel Boran.
Find the air donde Wagner. On Styria, que pas. Herende Hesten.
Hilwa Garwigan! Kommet under! Astira Garwigan!
Of Strel Boran. Sithe.
The Enunciado Yaru. Donde Wagner.
Yeyavia. Gad Strel Boran. Strel Bomboliende Heso.
Eoredas Yerwe.
Strel Heragon Gaston Way. Strel Boran. Beret. Yes, sir. Hildifus Huskala.
Dikendite Upa. Eoredas Yerwe. Icha Willa. Eored Yam. Ikeo Gande.
Yeyavia. And Sakas Ostea. The Timbren shall veil. It shall be timbre this. A booga Strel Boran.
The Enunciado Yaru.
On donde. Fuera Vicente.
Yerwe. Yerwe. Fena. Leta Oscar.
Underfonder. Redesha beyond us. Wahaten. Hesta Agnawa. There, Brinker.
Strel Boran.
Let him Uskar.
Yamyaru. Astyria Lawa Porta. Standard ya. Yes, understood.
What Heston? Herende Hesten. What Heston? Ram Yaru. The Enunciadas Yaru.
Garu. Hildifus Huskala. Huskala Hildifus. Huskala Galliaro. Standard Yaru Huskala. Huskala Standard Yaru.
Point the Enunciada. The Enunciado Yaru. What Heston? Gandenborg. Second day. There, Brinker. Yebrekende.
Huskala take this earth to the shot. Fara. Stredic Willa. Fara. Abuga. Kotlicha.
Wasted Yerwin. The Enunciado Wakende. You come us forth, Wigan.
Huskala Galliano! Huskala Hildebus!
Yeah, we are! Fully ended! Vierus Jaras Jaro! Strehot Stilia! Ram Jaro! Herende Hester! Yeah, we are! Yes, sir! Abuga Strailbora!
Yarwood! Yasadlia Opa! Rita Paradise!
Ram Rinka! What Hester? Ordonde!
Huskala Mercia!
Huskala! Vierus Onsterende!
Huskala Galliano! Strailbora!
Cisse!
As Bayeux burned and the people fled in terror, King Henry basked in the victory over his brother Duke Robert. But Henry would not stop until all of Normandy was back under the English crown. While Bayeux burned, King Henry pressed his advantage. Seizing key fortifications and buying the loyalty of powerful lords, Henry loosened his brother's grip over Normandy. At Tinchebray in 1106, brother would fight brother for final claim to their father's lands. Determined to claim Normandy and capture his brother, Duke Robert, King Henry besieged the castle at Tinchebray. But the direct assault on the formidable stone castle was failing. Unable to breach the towering walls, the king devised a new plan to capture his brother. Henry would force Robert to defend his lands from attack by razing the villages of Martigny and Fresnes.
Fourth Warde Freckes, mit Baldenes.
Rider ja Barendenu.
Jettet I ready for Hestes.
Leoda Hesa.
It is sitter for shall lede ja. Certas! At mina worde ferreth. Dresseth yo! We are
To goad Robert out of his stronghold, Henry's men would burn the village to the ground.
Stray Paragon Gap on way. What picture? Vida hit.
Apocritus! Ja!
Strelvåren! Sise!
Här will again! Judaius number
The village of Martigny was destroyed. But still, Robert did not emerge to face Henry outside the castle. Henry would have to raise the stakes. Next, he targeted the village of Fresnes. Henry received word that Robert had sent for a fresh army to aid in defending his position at the castle. Henry had to eliminate these new forces before they could combine with the garrison at Tinchebray. Henry could buy reinforcements from nearby allies if he could procure the gold to pay them.
Into the sun! Apocritus! Ja!
We are not förfallet som I brand.
Suze to seven! Ich rider fort! Yeah, ni kan vända! Non shall leave! Ich shall lede jou!
Yeah!
Fort Warde Freckes! Mit Baldenes!
Each one!
Judaius number death! Andente to servant! Fort Warde Freckes! Mit Baldenes! Ich shall lede jou!
Henry's men had failed to eliminate the new army Robert had sent for. Now Henry would have to contend with a much larger force.
Alrita. Ich liebe to hear it. Certes. Ich ga sua het. Redende sua het. Ich liebe to hear it. Ik rede voor.
Send them out to me now what?
Nu, Tulkes, set it jou. Ut readeth nu, Tulkes. At me no word, fereth. An aret ye, I kam ganda. Redende sua het.
Makiet yerwa.
Fuse to serven. Dute is nan borden. Yea, I kam ganda. Andente to serven. Ik rede forth. Ich understår. Ich gas
Hand of arms!
Dein Hestes!
A buga! Strelbora!
Friede nu, Tulkes! Alles schwitte!
At the hands of Henry's army, the village of Fresnes was in ruins.
Certes.
Henry's provocations had paid off. Robert finally emerged from the castle to face his brother in open battle.
Yahweh! Arendenu! Kanika stand in the eye! At mina worde, ferre. It is sick. Readeth nu, Tulkes. Forth warde frekes, mid baldenes, I shall dede jou. Forth warde frekes, mid baldenes.
Henry sent gold to his ally in men and received fresh reinforcements.
Look jou wie het ready, frekes. Ut readeth nu, Tulkes. Under je teerpan! Commissions is up. It's living to hear them! Today is number dead! On this trail! Knitters! He shall lay the yard! Yeah, way with born villain! It is Sita! Sita, you power! Propeller! What quick toe? Knitters stand in there!
King Henry's tactic of luring Robert into the open had worked. Henry captured his brother, and Normandy was his. At Guédelon in France, to understand how castles were constructed, they're building one from scratch, using just the tools and materials of the medieval age. It's a 25-year project, the world's biggest archaeological experiment. The most important defensive feature of any castle was the wall surrounding it.
Castle walls had to be incredibly thick in order to resist attack and absorb the impact of projectiles fired from trebuchets.
The curtain wall was over 20 feet deep, interspersed with towers. In earlier Norman castles, they were square. But while on crusade, European knights saw that eastern towers were round. They realized that eliminating corners not only made them stronger, but also provided a better view of the surrounding landscape. Completing the walls will take some 30,000 tons of sandstone.
Transport costs in the Middle Ages were incredibly expensive. So having a good supply of local stone close to the castle was vital.
To extract it from the quarry, first a row of holes is hand-drilled.
Once all the holes are ready, I'm ready to put in the iron wedges, and I'm ready to split it open by hitting very hard on each wedge with a big sledgehammer.
The stone is split into usable blocks, then transported using horsepower and human effort. This treadwheel crane can lift up to half a ton.
The walls are built like sandwiches. On the outside, you have facing walls built from better quality stones. And the inside, the rubble cores, they're built with softer stones and other offcuts from the quarry. And they're built up in layers with a very thick, coarse mortar.
This ingenious method makes the walls better able to withstand hits from a trebuchet. Sandstone is too hard to be carved into intricate windows, vaults, and steps. Instead, softer, more expensive limestone is used. These sophisticated building techniques make castles the ultimate feats of medieval engineering. It's a testament to their construction that so many still stand today. William the Conqueror's sons had resolved their long feud over Normandy, with King Henry wresting possession away from his brother. But the French King Louis VI would not accept Henry's heir as the future Duke of Normandy. Henry's fragile power would face its first test, an invasion by the French king. disputed countryside between Normandy and France, a smouldering farmstead gave away the beginnings of a French invasion. At the head of the vast army stood King Louis of France himself. An English scout hastily rode to inform King Henry of England, who was still en route to defend his borders. Hearing of the threat, villagers and guards fled their English-held towns and retreated to the stronghold of Fleury.